All right, everyone. Today we're diving into a brand new fantasy series that's got a lot of people talking. It's called The Backpack Chef for the Forgotten Realm. And yeah, you heard that right. It actually swaps swords for spatulas. It's this awesome mix of high fantasy adventure and, the simple comfort of a really good meal. So let's break down what makes its first episode so compelling.
So, the whole series really kicks off by asking us this question. It takes one of the most mundane, totally annoying things that can happen, getting the wrong package, and twists it into the start of a whole new life. It's a really brilliant hook, honestly, because it grounds this extraordinary journey in a mistake we can all relate to.
And our way into this whole story, well, it couldn't be more normal. We meet our protagonist, Rohan. And look, he's not some prophesied hero or a knight in shining armor. He's just a regular guy, hanging out at home, waiting for a delivery. The story does this on purpose, It grounds us in this super normal situation to make the chaos that's coming feel even more intense.
The sheer absurdity of this mix-up is what makes it so great. So Rohan is expecting a big, practical appliance for his kitchen, a new stove. But what shows up at his door? A mysterious little backpack. I mean, this isn't just getting the wrong model. This feels like a delivery from another reality entirely.
Of course, this is not just any old lost piece of luggage. This backpack is the classic call to adventure. You know what I mean? It's the white rabbit, it's the letter from Hogwarts. It is the one thing that signals Rohan's ordinary life is officially over.
And then we get the detail that just confirms everything. The backpack isn't just a backpack, it's glowing. With that one simple visual, the story just screams that this is pure magic. We've officially left the normal world behind, and we are stepping right into the fantasy.
So a magical glowing object has shown up, and that can only mean one thing, right? Rohan is about to go from his world into a completely new one. So how does this epic journey begin? Well, it happens in the blink of an eye. And this is just a perfect example of a staple in the isekai genre. There's no long voyage, no slow discovery, it's just bam! Instantaneous and totally disorienting. One moment he's standing in his apartment, the next he's somewhere totally new and unknown, the Forgotten Realm. The rug has been completely pulled out from under him, and from us too.
So, what amazing power does this magic backpack give our hero? A legendary sword? Devastating spells? Nope. The backpack unlocks an ability called Pocket Pantry, which is basically a magical, interdimensional space just filled with food and cooking gear. Right off the bat, the show totally subverts your expectations. Rohan's power isn't about combat, it's culinary.
Okay, so now he's stranded in this strange forest, and he's facing his very first test. But the conflict isn't about fighting a monster or finding some treasure. It's born from the most basic human needs, just finding a little comfort and then having to deal with the consequences.
I mean, just try to put yourself in his shoes. You're totally alone, you're terrified, and you're in a world you just don't understand. What do? Well, you fall back on something familiar. You reach for some small piece of comfort, and for Rohan, that means using the one strange new tool he was just given. And what does he make? Instant noodles. Yes, I love this part. In a high fantasy world that's probably full of elves and magic, his first act of survival is to make the ultimate comfort food. It's such a clever, relatable detail that it just grounds his character in a reality we all get, and it makes his crazy situation feel incredibly human. But here's the turn. That simple, comforting act has immediate and very dangerous consequences. In a wild, unknown world, the smell of a hot meal isn't a comfort. It's a beacon, and it doesn't attract friends. That unwanted attention shows up in the form of a massive, magical wolf. The stakes instantly shoot up to life and death. And this is the terrifying part. The wolf is a predator, and Rohan has no weapon, no combat skills. All he has is a magical pantry and a bowl of noodles. But just as you're bracing for that classic brutal man versus beast showdown, the story completely flips the script. It pivots from pure survival horror to this deep, confusing mystery, and it delivers the moment that absolutely defines the entire episode's cliffhanger. Instead of attacking, the wolf communicates. Just 2 words, forming contract. And suddenly everything changes. A contract? For what? For the noodles? For his life? For protection? The whole encounter just shifts from pure primal danger to this really complex magical intrigue. And to make the mystery even deeper, the communication is telepathic. These words just appear directly in his mind. So this isn't just an intelligent animal, it's a powerful magical being that can project its thoughts into your head.
This wolf is clearly far, far more than just a hungry animal.
And that's the brilliant cliffhanger where we're left. What kind of contract is being forged with a creature like this? Is he its master, its servant, or maybe its personal chef? It is a fantastic hook that makes sure you'll be asking one thing: what on earth happens next in the Forgotten Realm?